When we gossip, we scrub our laundry, that's all.
So I guessed wrong.
Here, I brought you a flyer from Motorcycle Sabbath.
What's a motorcycle?
Maury, what'd you do with Daisy?
Daisy?
You've forgotten already. Daisy, our donkey, she's not tied up, she's gone.
Let me be in peace. I loaned her to some men.
Maurice, she's just a colt. She's not ready for hard work yet.
Ethel, don't be a mashugana. She's not going to do much work. They just said the Lord needed her.
Who said the Lord needed her?
Some men.
Some men. You don't know who they were. You don't know anything about them.
Well, I know a little bit about them. They had a hillbilly accent, you know, so I figured they're from way out by Galilee somewhere.
And you just owned them up cold. No questions asked.
Don't get excited. They asked to borrow her. I'm sure they'll bring her right back.
For all you know, our poor Daisy could end up as dog food.
Ethel, I need this like a hole in the head.
He hasn't got to worry. Come on. We're going to go find those guys before they do something awful to our little Daisy.
You know, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, real Ethel.
Molehill's molehill. I'll make a mountain molehill out of you.
How much counseling then?
Told you, you never listen.
I always listen when you're talking so much.
Now watch out for this stuff.
Oh, look at this. Those darn kids.
They're like you, they don't listen, they don't pick up a thing. Now, do you remember which way they went? Maurice, there's our little baby, isn't it? Maurice, is that our colt or not?
Well, I'll be.
Maury, who's that man riding on her? Is that one of the men who borrowed her?
No, that's Jesus. Jesus of Nazareth. Well, I'll be.
Well, I'll be going to get our donkey back.
No, Ethel, you mustn't.
Go threaten the bed bugs. Look, he's getting down off of Daisy. He's probably done with her, right?
No, I don't think so.
Maury, what's the matter with you? You're acting strange.
Ethel, what day is today?
What day? It's Sunday. Are you sure you're all right, Maury?
Phooey, I know it's Sunday, Ethel, but what's the date?
It's the 10th of Nisan. Why?
I've got a vague recollection that something important is supposed to happen on the 10th of Nisan this year.
He's crying, Maury. That man is crying.
Jerusalem, Jerusalem.
Maury, why is he crying?
I should know. Listen.
If you, even you, had only known on this day what would bring you peace, but now it is hidden from your eyes. The days will come when your enemies will build an embankment against you and encircle you and hem you in on every side. They will dash you to the ground, you and the children within your walls. They will not leave one stone on another because you did not recognize the time of God's coming to you.
Maury, we need to stop him before he gets back on Daisy.
No, Ethel, let him go.
Let him go. You don't know what he's going to do with our little baby.
Yes, I do.
Oh, he's back on Daisy again. And he's riding into Jerusalem. You don't suppose he's going to sacrifice our little colt in the temple, do you? Ivy! It's getting dark in my eyes.
Don't be so schmaltzy, Ethel. They only sacrifice sheep and goats in the temple, not donkeys. Don't you see what's happening?
I should know as little about trouble as what you're telling me. Explain it to me.
You want I should draw you a picture? Today is the day predicted by the prophet Daniel 500 years ago that our Messiah would ride into Jerusalem. And the prophet Zechariah predicted that our Messiah would ride into Jerusalem on a donkey colt. Now do you see?
Maury, if he was the Messiah, this would be a happy occasion. That man was crying like a baby.
Didn't you hear what he said?
Actually, I was too concerned about my little Daisy to be paying much attention. It sounded like he said something about all the buildings in Jerusalem would be torn down.
That's right, and do you know why?
I should know.
Because the Pharisees and the temple leaders weren't out here on the Mount of Olives to greet him. They didn't remember he was coming today. They didn't take all those prophecies seriously.
Well, maybe they had a good point. How do we know this Jesus guy is the Messiah? How do we know he's not just a common donkey thief?
I saw him preaching in the temple. He amazed even the teachers of the law with his preaching. I saw him healing all kinds of sicknesses. I hear he even raised a man who was deader than a doornail a couple of days ago.
Well, that is the kind of thing a Messiah would do.
That's right, and besides, it's noon on the 10th of Nisan. Do you see any other messiahs riding through Jerusalem on a donkey coat?
Well, no.
Come on.
Well, where are we going? I thought you said we weren't going to get the donkey back.
We're not. We're going to cut some palm branches to welcome our long-awaited Messiah.
Oh. Well, Maury, did the prophecies say anything about us getting our Daisy back?
Oy vey, I thought you were such a